Next week promises plenty of drama in Emmerdale, with fresh spoilers revealing shocking twists, emotional confrontations, and dangerous situations. At Home Farm, Kim asks Ross to find out who has been trespassing on the estate. He first questions Moira, but she quickly sends him away, prompting him to focus his suspicions on Robert instead. His investigation leads to a heated clash with Aaron before Serena steps in to calm things down. Seizing the moment, Serena finally tells Robert the full truth about John, convincing him to let her remain despite Aaron's reservations. After Robert is injured, Aaron offers Serena work on the farm. However, Serena appears far more interested in winning Ross over, raising questions about her true motives. Back at Home Farm, Kim discovers that a USB drive has disappeared, leaving her alarmed. Elsewhere, Charity is devastated after learning the CPS has decided not to prosecute Todd because there isn't enough evidence. Refusing to let the matter rest, Mack and Vanessa join forces in the hope of bringing Todd to justice. Thinking they may uncover previous complaints against Todd, Vanessa and Jacob arrange a private meeting with the hospital's HR representative. As Charity heads off to challenge Vanessa about her plan, she unexpectedly encounters Helen, another woman who suffered because of Todd. Charity opens up about her own rape, and her heartbreaking confession clearly resonates with Helen. The question remains whether Helen's response could strengthen Charity's case. Meanwhile, Claudette encourages Kev to return to his position at the cafe, while Nicola insists that leaving the job was the right decision. With Lewis's birthday approaching, Kev tries to make up for lost time by showering him with presents. Instead of bringing them closer, the gifts leave Lewis feeling uncomfortable, causing Ross to worry. Kev's anxiety only grows when an old friend named Steve unexpectedly arrives. Elsewhere, Gabby finds ways to avoid eating the meal Billy has prepared for her, while Dawn struggles to hide her unhappiness over Billy and Gabby's relationship. Despite this, Dawn is delighted when her wedding dress is finally delivered. Cain is also facing an emotional battle as he refuses to give up hope for his beloved dog, Monty. Following the dog's cancer diagnosis, Cain seeks another veterinary opinion in the hope of receiving better news. At the same time, Kyle is finding cadets difficult, but feels unable to confide in Cain because of his father's distant attitude. The devastating truth soon emerges when Cain is told that Monty's tumors cannot be operated on. Overwhelmed by the news, he avoids Moira and invites Kyle on a camping trip instead. Kyle, however, decides to bring Graham along. As the three head into the countryside, emotions quickly boil over, leading Cain to storm away from the group. As night falls, disaster strikes when he slips down a hillside and becomes trapped with his leg pinned. It promises to be another dramatic week in the Dales, with plenty more twists and emotional moments still to come. Emmerdale spoilers as Serena reveals the truth. Charity confides in another survivor, and Kev's past catches up with him. Next week brings more drama to Emmerdale, as long-buried secrets resurface, and fresh complications shake up life in the village. Serena finally tells Robert the truth about John. Charity opens up to another victim of Dr. Todd, and Kev finds himself haunted by someone from his past. The Dales have been packed with emotional storylines in recent weeks. Charity recently confessed everything to Mackenzie Boyd, revealing both Todd's sexual assault and blackmail, along with the truth about baby Layla's real parents. Viewers also witnessed a flash-forward showing Dr. Todd's lifeless body, although the circumstances surrounding her death remain unknown, leaving fans guessing who was responsible. Elsewhere, Kev has been trying to prove that he has changed in the hope of building a relationship with his son, Lewis. However, his determination was tested after Ross Barton and Nicola King set him up over the cafe robbery. At Home Farm, Kim learns that someone carrying a shotgun has broken onto the estate. She orders Ross, her head of operations, to investigate and provides him with a list of possible suspects. His inquiries begin badly when he wrongly accuses Moira, who quickly throws him out. Ross then turns his attention to Robert, sparking a heated confrontation with Aaron that ends in a physical fight before Serena steps in to calm the situation. After Ross leaves, Serena takes the opportunity to explain everything about John to Robert. Her account is convincing enough for Robert to allow her to stay, despite Aaron remaining deeply suspicious. Meanwhile, Kim discovers that the missing item taken from Home Farm was a USB stick. With Robert still recovering from his injuries, Aaron offers Serena a job working on the farm. Before long, Serena deliberately engineers a situation that brings Ross back into her life. Ross assumes she is romantically interested in him, but Serena appears to have another motive entirely. Charity is crushed when she learns the Crown Prosecution Service has decided not to move forward with Todd's case because there is insufficient evidence. Refusing to let Todd escape justice, Mack and Vanessa begin searching for old complaints that may have been made against her at the hospital. Vanessa soon puts the plan into action by arranging a private meeting with HR representative Carol alongside Jacob. When Charity hears about the meeting, she sets out to confront Vanessa, but instead encounters Helen, another woman who suffered at Todd's hands. Although Helen initially refuses to talk, Charity quietly shares her own experience of being raped by Todd. The confession clearly resonates with Helen, raising hopes that she may hold information capable of helping Charity's case. Meanwhile, Claudette persuades Kev not to give up his job at the cafe. Nicola, secretly pleased he left, attempts to convince Vinny, Mandy, and Lewis that it is for the best, only for Kev to surprise everyone by asking for his position back. As Lewis's birthday approaches, Kev tries to make up for lost time by buying him presents. His enthusiastic efforts only make Lewis feel uncomfortable, leaving Ross increasingly worried. Kev's anxiety grows further when an old friend, Steve, unexpectedly turns up, forcing Kev to warn him not to interfere with the fresh start he is trying to build. Cain refuses to give up hope for his dog Monty and seeks a second veterinary opinion, convinced that if radiotherapy could help him, it might also save Monty. His determination to find a cure causes him to become increasingly distant from both Moira and Kyle. At the same time, Kyle is struggling at cadets, but feels unable to ask his father for support because Cain dismisses his concerns. Cain Dingle faces a life-threatening situation in next week's Emmerdale after a camping trip with Kyle Winchester takes a devastating turn. Hoping to rebuild their strained relationship, Cain heads into the countryside with his son, but rising tensions lead to a horrifying accident that leaves him trapped and fighting for survival. The outing is meant to give father and son a chance to reconnect, but events quickly spiral out of control. It was supposed to be an opportunity for Cain and Kyle to spend some quality time together, an Emmerdale insider explained. Instead, Cain ends up seriously injured and stranded beneath a fallen tree. What begins as a positive step forward soon becomes a nightmare. Ever since Cain's cancer diagnosis, his relationship with Kyle has been under increasing strain. Both have struggled to cope with the emotional impact, making the camping trip seem like the perfect chance to repair the damage. Unfortunately, things don't go according to plan. Adding to Cain's worries is the heartbreaking news that the Dingle's beloved dog, Monty, has cancer. Refusing to give up hope, Cain wonders whether radiotherapy might offer Monty the same chance it has given many human patients. Although Paddy Dingle explains that Monty is too ill to undergo treatment, Cain refuses to accept the verdict and seeks a second opinion from another veterinarian. As Monty's condition worsens, Cain becomes consumed by his determination to save the dog, pushing aside concerns about his own recovery. His obsession creates distance between him, Moira, and Kyle. When specialists confirm that Monty's tumors cannot be removed, Cain is left devastated. So focused on Monty's illness, he fails to notice that Kyle is struggling at the Army cadets until someone finally points it out. Our source says Moira believes Cain has completely lost sight of what matters most. He's shutting everyone out, and Kyle feels increasingly neglected. Emmerdale airs on weeknights at 8 p.m. on ITV1, with episodes available to stream from 7 a.m. on ITVX and YouTube.